Countless feelings infuse these ruins. It's fun to imagine them. How are you, and how are you feeling? Backpacker Nate with a barboach. Not good. Let's just send out our own barboach for now. He's 3 levels behind, but... Oof, I don't like that. Alright, I think I need to just go with Studio. Jenkins is a little bit damaged, and Studio feels like just the only reliable one for this. Okay. Get him with Secret Power. Studio avoid the magnitude, that is amazing. They found the one bit of earth that wasn't shaking. It just stood there. Kecleon. Now let's do Alta maybe. Okay, let's do Strength. Color change. Transformed into Rock type. It's kind of good against Rock. Let's try it. It is. Van Bowl. We'll keep Alta in. Not bad. The scary thing is if we just run into something that screws over all my ground types. But we have Jenkins to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm feeling very upset because I could not win. Although there will maybe be a problem within, but... what about that when it happens? I'm not sure if I can do the gym before the end fight. Here, Darumaka. I'll absorb your XP. Here we are. let's fight this guy. You're the first person that came clear out here to talk to me. I moved, so I'll give you this. Oh, soft sand. That could be good. Power of Grand Miles goes up. Yeah, that sounds very good. Soft sand, soft sand, soft sand. Well, I soft sand, that's how you say it. I feel like I'm always tripping over my words whenever I record this. Alter. Yeah, I think alter. Okay. Any more gym trainers around here to fight? Any dowsing machine items? Hypo potion. And more gym trainers? Oh, this way. Oh. Armor fossil. Oh, this is the area with the go lock, I believe. Whether I travel or not, I want to make a great discovery. Backpacker lane with a Krabby. Not what we want to see. Why do you have a Krabby in the desert? They're really trying to kill my ground type Pokemon now that I have them. Alright, let's go with Jenkins. Jenkins is really like a champ. This one. He's so useful for the like normal gym. We've had him for so long too, like he was like one of the first Pokemon we caught, I think. He's just been with us this whole time. He was clutch with normal gym, he has been clutch keeping this team alive. Cubchew. I think Jenkins. Him with a fire punch. Endure. Oh. I don't like that. What? Okay, he's dead. Thank you, Sandstorm. I was lying. Tortuga. I think we keep Jenkins in. I give him a super potion. Ancient power. Hang in there, Jenkins. Okay, you're good. Everything is fine. Electric punch, or thunder punch rather. Yeah. Alright, he's brilliant. Still fine. Still fine. Thunder punch. Oh, I may have discovered something good about you. What is it? She doesn't tell me. Ah, leave me alone. Go away, Cacnea. Alright. Teach us Cacnea a lesson. It's throwing sand in your face. Don't let that get to you. You're a Sandshrew. Or Sand Slash, rather. You were a Sandshrew. Okay, you died to sand in his face. Good. Deserved. Hello, Yellow. How are you? I'm still continuing on my Nuzlocke run. Down. Things are going pretty okay. Get to this path. I can just go down here. Frustrated with the game, I retwisted my ankle. Ooh. A few days ago in genres, but besides that, I'm alright. Alright. There was one time in high school, I was doing like dodgeball, and like during dodgeball, I would kind of do these like, I don't know if it really helped, but I would kind of do these like kind of spin jumps away from dodgeballs. And I felt amazing doing it, but then one time, the teacher, like one of the teachers basically like threw a dodgeball and got me in the leg while I was like kind of spin jumping away from the ball. And so I kind of just like landed spinning on my leg very weirdly because I got kind of thrown off by getting hit in the leg. And yeah, my ankle basically like was like swollen like crazy and like turned purple. And it was kind of like that for a few days. Not a good time. I meant to say frustrated with game genres. Oh. Like what you mean? I don't know. Claw fossil. Scorching desert, a passion for adventure, a heated battle. Pokemon Ranger Mylene. With a Leon. What is a Leon? Oh, it's that thing. Alright. Let's just try and dig. Oh, he's defending himself. Most of the ones that exist are terrible. I mean, they're game genres. I don't know if you mean like games or... The game genres that exist kind of just are what they are, I feel like. And Ninjask. No, the genres. Like RPG, kind of strategy, that kind of thing, or... What do you mean by genres? Not too sure. So that's what I think of when I think of game genres, but... Speed is crucial to treat a burn. Oops, berry. Whether it is a hot or a cold, there is no... Whether it's hot or cold, there is no problem if you have passion. It's down here. Oh. Lock tomb. I will show you the harshest of the desert through a battle. Yes, like RPG and stuff. Well... Do you mean just like the games in all the genres are terrible, or...? Extreme speed. I think he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Oof. No, the genre themselves. That's a weird... It feels like a weird kind of complaint to me. Lumion. Like, what problems do you have with the genres, I guess, is what I'm wondering. Pseudo-Wudo is just a vibe. It's not a weird complaint, I am trying to find a type of game, but the genres it fall under are so broad that you can build a fucking city on top of it. Don't think we want lock polish. Keep old moves. Give up on lock polish. Desert hot, mouth dry, growth. Be careful of burns. Oh, Sperry. Pokemon gets burned, and it also weakens physical attacks. I don't know, I feel like genres are never really like that bad per se, generally. They're just kind of like, you know, a tagging system of sorts to kind of set expectations for what you're getting into. RPG itself at this point practically should not be a genre because what it has become is basically describe pretty much all games. I mean, kinda... if you take like roleplay game at like the most, you know, like basic understanding of what that means. But then there's like, you know, there's like JRPGs and tactical RPGs and MMORPGs. I think like if it's just RPG itself, then that's one thing, but if you're like going in more specifics than just RPG, then that's a thing. It kind of narrows things, like kind of sets expectations a bit better. JRPG are just Japanese RPG? I mean, kinda, but like, I feel like people are not gonna, if you like give them like a Japanese like MMO, people are not gonna really call that like a JRPG. Like, I don't think people are calling like Final Fantasy XIV a JRPG per se, really. At least I haven't seen that. People just call it an MMORPG, and then JRPG is like the older Final Fantasy kind of games, and games similar to that, where it's like you choose to like attack, heal, so on. Monster Hunter is considered JRPG. I'm not too into Monster Hunter, but I don't think that fits. I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit. But that's also kind of more of an issue of like how things are being fitted into the genres rather than the genres being bad. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think anyone really needs XP shows anymore on this team. I'm just gonna arrange things. Okay. They make better names. I mean, that's kind of one possible solution, but I think it's also maybe just like fitting things into the genres better. If you make a genre to describe a specific type of game, then make better names. The thing is, I feel like that's, you know, you could kind of do that maybe if like everyone got together and like agreed on it, but it's also kind of not like how things naturally happen. Like getting a little bit political, maybe it's kind of like, you know, phrases like Black Lives Matter and stuff. Like there are, you know, better ways to like more have clearer messaging for what your goals actually are, and Black Lives Matter doesn't really convey what the actual goals of the movement really were too well. So I think it's a similar thing, but then like that's also just not really how it works when you're dealing with like an unorganized like mob of people just kind of throwing things around and getting behind random things that just kind of get catchy, but even if they don't really explain things too well. Like there's the Wall Street thing, and like no one really knew what that was about either. Occupy Wall Street, it's like, okay, but why? Why are you occupying Wall Street? What's the goal? Doesn't really convey it too well, but The issue is just you're not really deciding, like, with any particular wisdom about how you're organizing things. It's just these are the names you kind of get naturally through whatever, like, moment in time. I mean, these were all built up over the years, like, over the decades. And so it's a bit, like, in different, kind of through different games as well. And then there's also games that kind of fit kind of in gray zones between different genres. And that can also make it confusing. There's some good genre, like creature collectors, because the genre just says what it is about instead of character versus fighter or some bullshit, yeah. But yeah, I think the issue is just like, no one's really planning this out. It's just kind of what happens naturally. It's not like a planned thing. And like, maybe it could be a planned thing, but you would need to like be able to get people behind that, which is kind of difficult, especially when these these terms or genres are so ingrained. A chime chow. But yeah, I think the difficulty is just getting everyone on board, really. Yes, I know it's not a planned thing, so I'm calling it what it is. Terrible. Yeah, I mean, kinda. I mean, you don't really know what a Japanese RPG is from JRPG. Or you don't really know what that's kind of describing. It doesn't really, like, it's a lot of it has to do with the combat system, but you wouldn't really know based on it being a JRPG, because, you know, that kind of just makes you think it's a Japanese RPG, which traditionally it was, but these days, obviously, that's not too fitting. There's a lot of non-Japanese JRPGs out there. There we go. Yamask. Let Shoko handle that. But yeah, there's a lot of things kind of, I think, like that, where, like, it could be a lot better if you planned it out, but that's just not really how it works. Like, I can get stuff like roguelike and souls-like slowly becoming devoid of their original intent over time. They had at least had simple, straightforward idea for what it was. Yeah. Also, Wish Cache, hey. But yeah, one that I think is pretty good name is Bullet Hell, because you know what that kind of is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe even then. I feel like there's like, Binding of Isaac is a bullet hell, and I don't know. Kind of still fits the idea, but it's not quite like all the other bullet hells that you kind of found in the arcade days, where it's just you're a plane or a tank, usually a plane though, and just flying around, dodging all sorts of things. But you really kind of, for the most part, you know, if you're playing a bullet hell, you know you're going to be dodging a bunch of projectiles. And then fighting games, it's kind of... Fighting games can be quite varied, but... no trainers or anything to do here, really. Like, there's like 2D fighters, there's, you know... There's a bit of variation there, but fighting seems kind of self-explanatory pretty well, for the most part. Even with roguelike becoming so unrecognizable from its original intent, at least there's at least now traditional roguelike, well, not now since it's been a thing for decades, which are games that actually play like Rogue. I wouldn't even really know. Rogue is not a game that I've played, so I wouldn't really know. I'm not... I think roguelike, isn't that like a game like Hades and stuff like that? I don't know. Hades is another game I haven't played, but... That's like a game where you're like kind of moving around, like swinging a weapon, right? Or something. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hades is... but roguelikes aren't all like that. Yeah. There are two things I've learned about quicksand. If you try to walk through the middle, you'll fall. And if you try to run through it, you'll fall. Thanks, scientist. My psychic Pokemon just started making noises. Is that because we're in the ruins, or is it because of you? The original Rogue is from the 80s, and the entire game is made out of computer symbols and save space. I believe you can fit the original QR code now. That is crazy. I know kind of what that's like, because like the game being made of computer symbols, because I was looking at like Dwarf Fortress, and like the new one, they've got like actual graphics now, but originally it was, you had to like download stuff to get actual like visuals beyond like just computer symbols. It was not this action-packed fast game, yeah. The original Dwarf Fortress, though, looked crazy. Like, you're just looking at symbols to be like, ah, yes, that triangle is a mountain. This tilde or whatever is water. I don't know if that's true, but... stuff like that. What people consider modern roguelike games is just permadeath and procedural world generation, and that's it. I mean, you could also just like go back and play the older games as well. I think also if there's like enough push for it, often you'll get like developers to try make like older games. The thing is, it will be like a bit like, you know, olden era for Heroes of Might and Magic, where it's like they'll still make it interesting for newer players because you can't avoid that. So like visual will still look, you know, modern and everything, but you can get like maybe the older elements of games potentially. in like new games, sometimes. So Slay the Spire, Peak, Hades, Cult of the Lamb, etc. all roguelikes. Does it say that on like the Steam page, I wonder? It's having Peak and Slay the Spire, for example, be roguelikes. That's kind of weird. Cult of the Lamb is like Binding of Isaac. I don't know if that's maybe fitting, but Slay the Spire and Peak definitely don't really seem like roguelikes to me. It says on Steam. Yeah, that's a bit weird to them. I think it kind of just like motivated to like incentivized to tag your games that way though, because then you get more eyes on your game if you can like fit in more tags. Because then people searching for those tags are gonna find your game. Both of those fit into 2 requirements that make something a roguelike. Yeah. Gothorito. I think with YouTube, for example, though, they'll like on Twitch, they'll only limit you to like 10 tags, and then on YouTube you can go crazy with the tags, but like in theory, but they will, I think, go punish you if you go like too many tags, and they find out about it. Let's see. Let's try dig. Okay. That's not working. Strength. Ow. Gothorito's a little annoying. Strength. Alter, please stop hitting yourself. Jeez. What? God damn it. Alta's dead. Well. That is unfortunate. Jenkins. Please save us. From this Pokemon. Alta could have lived that if they just stopped hitting themselves in the confusion. It was not that difficult. Jenkins, if you die the same way, I am gonna be not happy. Jenkins. That was 20 damage. Jesus. Okay, I am just throwing. Shoko, kill this thing. There's 2 deaths on my stats. The deaths are now overtaking the alive. not good. Let's just have Shoko kill this thing. So many games can be considered roguelike. That's why the traditional roguelike genre was made for people who want to play games that actually play like the game they're looking for. So it has more rules, like being turn-based and grid-based, along with other two requirements. Okay. I need to... There's a real problem that we lost Jenkins like that. Man. We did have, like, felt like too many ground types for this team to work well, though. I wasn't sure about it, but kind of like put too much work on Jenkins, really. I can't believe he also did like 20 damage to himself in the confusion. Okay. It's like the first time I think I've lost 2 Pokemon in one battle. To the same Pokemon, too. It was Alta... Jenkins. And there are some good Pokemon in this graveyard. Delusional is not going to be super useful for a while, but I mean, we can bring him in for now just to deal with some issues. And then Mala, yeah, I think. Actually, Lina is higher level. We probably should have kept Lina on the team. Okay. What item do you have, Delusional? A Raspberry. Yep. I'm gonna need my Pokemon to stop dying. I had Jenkins for quite a while. It was very unfortunate. This does kind of make our team more rounded though, and we still got 3 ground types. Having 4 is a little much. I think we stick with a team like this, though. Alright, am I done with the ruins, I think? I think I'm done with that for now. Well, I'll double check, just to be sure. I don't think any of my Pokemon can run fly, so I'll just have to run back after. Huge. It's a Cacneo. I might just need to grind off the doctor guy in the desert. Get my Pokemon up a bit. And levels. Ah. Let me through the sand. So many Cacneos in here. Okay. Up. Okay, so I can't go through there. Although it does put me in UA with an aim. Old Amber. Okay. We've explored the vans for now. Now I need to just get back. And we can go to Route 16, I guess. Maybe that other route if it's open to the northwest. For anime, I've been kind of watching like Classroom of the Elite and getting through that. I'm at the 3rd season, kind of halfway through that. season. It's going pretty interestingly. I feel like the protagonist is like gonna be kind of like light Yagami and just have a downfall kind of moment. It's interesting seeing with Johnny. Can I go this way? Is this the way I can go? I wonder who writes the news on the bulletin board. It's probably this lady, I would assume. I can't go this way. Route 5. Okay, so there's multiple routes to explore. Let's do this route though first. On the other side of town.